Let's rewind to August 2005 in Grand Rapids, Minnesota, a quiet town celebrated as the birthplace of Judy Garland, aka Dorothy Gale, whose heel-clicking made cinematic history. The local Judy Garland Museum proudly displayed one of the 4 surviving pairs of ruby slippers from The Wizard of Oz. These weren't cheap knockoffs, they were the real deal, insured for $1 million, valued at $3.5 million, and guarded by just a plexiglass case with a security system that clearly took its lunch break. Enter Terry John Martin, a 76-year-old man with a criminal past and a hammer. Although he had been out of the crime game for nearly a decade and was living quietly near Grand Rapids, an old associate from his mobster days tempted him with one last score. The plan was simple and absurd. The slippers were rumored to be encrusted with real rubies, which Terry could sell piece by piece for a fortune, despite the fact that he'd apparently never even seen The Wizard of Oz. With that in mind, he decided to go full smash and grab grandpa. Armed only with a hammer and overconfidence, Terry broke a window, crawled into the museum, and smashed the display case, as if he were a toddler done with a favorite toy. No gloves, no mask, just pure overconfidence. He grabbed the prized slippers and vanished into the night, leaving behind shattered glass and a mystery that would soon grip the entire community. The next morning, museum staff discovered an empty display, broken glass scattered everywhere, and a mix of shock and confusion. Local police were baffled, and soon the FBI joined the investigation, even offering a $1 million reward. For 13 long years, the iconic slippers remained missing, fueling endless theories among residents and true crime enthusiasts alike. Eventually, Terry ran into reality. When he took the stolen slippers to a fence, a dealer in stolen memorabilia, he was bluntly told, "Bro, these aren't rubies. They're sequins." In other words, the rubies were merely red glass beads and sequins sewn onto a pair of size 5.5 shoes. In his misguided quest for riches, Terry had risked federal prison for a pair of sparkly props from 1939. Faced with this crushing revelation, Terry passed the slippers to an associate without receiving any return and, in a moment of regret, swore off crime forever. His bungled heist quickly became local legend. Then, in 2018, a determined FBI team, working with Smithsonian experts and a tipster eager for the reward, recovered the missing slippers during a sting operation. Yet the thief's identity remained a mystery until 2023, when investigators pieced together phone records and leveraged details involving Martin's wife's immigration status to finally coax a full confession from him. In court, Martin sheepishly admitted that he had genuinely believed the slippers were studded with real rubies and planned to dismantle them for profit. When reality set in, he abandoned the idea, leaving behind a case that his defense attorney called a criminal relapse, a brief lapse under the lure of one last big score. Given Martin's failing health and the absurdity of the crime, the judge handed down 1 year of supervised release and ordered him to pay $23,500 in restitution, a slap on the wrist compared to the $3.5 million value of the stolen artifact. In the aftermath, the Judy Garland Museum overhauled its security, implementing tighter surveillance and stricter entry protocols. The case even sparked a lighthearted Ruby Slipper Day in town, complete with parades, reenactments, and plenty of mockery aimed at Terry's grand but misguided ambition. Today, the theft remains a beloved part of local folklore and a cautionary tale. Always double-check the details before planning a heist, and maybe stick to watching movies instead of stealing their props. Subscribe for more.